I love the character of Mina because she's a really brave character. But sometimes I was thinking when I watched the film, oh my God, what is she doing?
Yeah.
And I was wondering how far away is her character from your own, or are there parts that are similar to your own personality?
I think there are many differences and some similarities, you know. I think I definitely identify with, you know, she is somebody that doesn't just follow the rules or do exactly what she's told just because someone told her to do it. I think I may be a little bit like that too. I sort of need to know the why and, you know, sort of understand why I'm being told to do something, you know.
I see.
But and then there you know, there are also things that, you know, are different from myself. But I think one big thing about Mina is, you know, we meet her at a bit of a standstill in her life. She's sort of running from her past and running from the mistakes that she's made and kind of, you know, feeling a bit lost and still searching for something. And I think that those are feelings that we can all relate to at one point or another.
Definitely. And besides her character, what really drew me into this movie was the setting, because I loved it in Ireland. Can you talk a little bit about how that affected the whole shooting?
For sure, yeah. I mean, it's so special when you get to film in the place that the movie's supposed to be in, you know? So often you're in a random place pretending it's somewhere else. So it's so wonderful that this movie is actually filmed in Ireland. It's such a character in the story. And it's, you know, so rooted in kind of Irish folklore and fairy tale and all of that stuff. So it's super fitting that we were able to film there, and the forests that we filmed in are, you know, really so important to the feel of the movie and the look and the kind of even the kind of scariness of it comes from those settings. And so it was wonderful to experience that in real life, and you know, lent itself so well to the film. And I've worked in Dublin before, so I was excited to come back and work with some of the people I'd met when I was there before. That was always fun. So it didn't feel, even though I was far away from home, it didn't feel too lonely.
And talking about scarier stuff, I was wondering, how was your experience with scarier movies, horror movies, suspense thrillers when you were growing up? Were you allowed to watch them? Did your parents say, no, you are not allowed to do that? How was that?
There wasn't much that I wasn't allowed to watch because my perspective on the fact that movies weren't real was so... because I was working on them.
Fair enough.
It was easy to separate the real life from what's in a movie. So yeah, I've always enjoyed being a little bit scared. You know, I've definitely gone to movie theaters and screamed and grabbed onto friends that I'm seeing the movie with. And I think it's so awesome that, you know, you make a movie and people go watch it and they know it's not real. They know it's, you know, just a movie. And you can still be scared by it. I think that's so cool. And I definitely still can, you know, be
That's cool.
scared.
Yeah. And you talked about your being a child actor and doing movies when you were younger. And you actually did a movie, Hide and Seek, back then, years ago, which had like a thriller with kind of horror elements as well.
Right.
So I was wondering, what is the biggest difference in doing those kind of movies when you're a child actor or a younger actor and doing them now as an adult?
I don't really feel any difference. I don't have to go to school anymore when I'm on the set. But other than that, it's about the same.
This is actually that you don't feel like you're not scared when you were a child on set.
No.
It's too technical, probably.
Too technical, yeah, it's too technical. And there's so many people around. And, you know, it's like you also, for me, when I was younger, I was able to separate the acting from the reality, and there was never any overlap in my head. I was sort of emotionally mature enough to be able to separate it, you know? So, and so, yeah, no, I never would get scared, and And now, I mean, even still, I say, you know, you can still be scared watching a movie. I definitely can, but I can't picture like where the sound man is standing. You know what I mean? When I'm watching it, you know, I have to be like, I have to switch that part of myself off because that's so ingrained in me.
Da draußen ist jemand.
Bitte öffne die Tür.
John? Mein Mann ist da draußen. Das ist ein Trick.
Oh mein Gott.